Well, hello.
We are now live.
So let me just turn this down because it's a little bright. Okay, there.
I love this, by the way.
Wait, actually, we can probably do it like this. Look, because of the way that it's on Instagram. YovinoMD.
Oh, yeah. Just going to wave to everyone. I'll put our
Hello,
promo
hello.
code in.
We're just getting settled here. So
Getting
welcome,
settled.
everybody.
Hi.
And you know, today I was able to catch Jose's circle of positivity.
Oh!
So that was really good too. So if anybody, oh, there's Jose. Hey, Jose. I love that circle of positivity that you did today. So if anybody needs a little boost throughout the day and want, you know, a nice positive outlook and a little bit of, you know,
Go see our boy.
his is TADEO 1979. TADEO 1979. So check him out. And he does a, you know, circle of positivity every day. I'm just going to adjust this. And we're going to get our code on here and everything. Let's lower this a little bit. So we're, yeah.
Dr. Sarah.
We can't see you, Ashley. Okay, there you go.
Here we go. She should be joining us
So we're just
soon.
waiting for Michi to join. So welcome, everybody. We can go over some things that are going to be new and different in the practice. I think we mentioned last time, but we have Dr. Hakimi
Yay!
returning to the practice, and Dr. Justin will be going live with him to introduce him to all of you guys.
Yep.
In 2 weeks?
Next week. Oh. There she
Waiting
is.
for
She's
Michi.
coming in.
Do the code.
I'm doing it right now.
I was unable to join. Well, she's not coming in.
We'll have to, Michi, if you can hear us, try that again.
Yeah, let's try one more time. Ashley messed it up. So we are waiting for Michi to join. And what else is going on with the
Oops, I'm just gonna do it again.
pinned comment? Oh wait, why is that not right?
Well, because I feel like I should
Put what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget that.
Sorry.
So we are just doing a little bit of getting all settled in.
Yep.
So
Part of
pay
live
attention.
TV, people.
Mhm. So for those of you that are just joining us, definitely check out Jose's Instagram, TADEO 1979, for a positive vibe and spin on the day.
Oh, I love
A
that.
circle of positivity that he does every day, and he has a schedule for that, so definitely go check that out. I loved it today. It was really nice.
Wow.
Mhm.
I need to watch. What time is it?
It was on baby steps today, taking
Ooh.
little steps.
Sorry. people.
And
yes, requests. Okay.
so
We are getting the hang of this.
Yay!
We made it! I made it!
She made it. I'm going to turn the volume
That's
up.
so funny.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I will say I'm glad that this one wasn't on me because this is my first time ever being on Instagram Live myself.
Wow.
So I was like, how do I get on? Like I'm
Oh
trying
my
to figure
gosh,
it out.
no, you did
We are
great.
I think I heard me blaming Ashley for messing
Yeah.
up.
I'm literally DMing her. I'm like, how do I get on? She's like giving me
Yeah.
step-by-step instructions.
Oh, gosh, it's been so long. I'm trying to think. We met back in, was it 2017?
I have the absolute worst memory ever.
Yeah,
So I'm the
it
wrong
was-
person to ask about dates.
Yeah, I actually don't even remember either. But it's been great. You look
It's been
beautiful.
a long time. Oh, thank you.
Thank
As
you
you
for
always,
joining us.
both of you.
Oh, well, thank you. And very nice to meet you for the first time.
Wonderful
Hopefully
meeting you too.
Be meeting you in person one day.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
So you're coming to us from where?
I am in Western Florida, so like Fort Lauderdale, Miami-ish area.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Oh.
sorry. My daughter, she's supposed to be in the bed right now.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be in the bed.
So
Life of a
Dr.
mom,
Sarah,
right?
right? Dr. Sarah and her husband, Dr. Justin, started their practice in Miami.
Mm-hmm. He was in Fort Lauderdale on the Intercoastal.
Oh,
But
okay.
we were both trained at Jackson Memorial. So that's down, you know, in Miami, big level 1 center. So yeah, I saw that you're in Sunrise. You guys have a fitness. You want to tell us all about your fitness brand that looks super cool too. I mean, it's like Equinox meets like
Soho House.
Soho House.
yeah, like something,
Yeah.
I love
That's
like the black walls and the sleekness, and it just looks really like I want to work out there.
Well, I'm glad you do. Please come. It's called House of Athlete. It's in Western Florida. And for anybody that doesn't know, my husband played in the NFL for an upward of 13 years. And
Wow.
his idea for health and wellness is based on, he is the perfect specimen for that. To be able to play 13 years in the NFL, and the way they train, the way that they take care of their bodies, the way that the nutrition that they put into their bodies, he was like, why don't everybody have access to this? So he developed and he came up with the brilliant idea to create a fitness and wellness space. It's a niche market. Well, it seems niche now, but to give everyday people, everyday athletes, such as myself, I'm not a professional athlete, but I would like to consider myself an athlete, the ability to work out and to train and to have access to the things that professional athletes do. So within the facility, it is kind of like a holistic approach. We have an IV lounge to get your nutrients. We have supplements for micro, macronutrients. There's personal training classes. There's sauna, steam room, wet room, hot tub, cold tub, even like a salt float pod, which who would, I mean, I'm married to the man and I didn't even know what that was. So I'm like, that's really cool. It's like zero gravity and you go in there and it's like, you just zen out and relax. And I don't know what other aspects that brings to the table, but for me, I'm like, to be able to float would be pretty cool for me, like just to meditate or, be able to be in that space, that moment of kind of tranquility. So there's that, there's apparel for me, which I'm wearing. This is a men's zip up, but we have that. And then we have, it's like nutritional training. I mean, it's truly a holistic approach. You cannot have one without the other and be healthy. So kind of, it's all encompassing. So I think it's fantastic.
I love that idea. And I think too, like for me, I am a total gym rat. I love working out. There's something about that. Like I like to say I don't work out. I like to say I train, right?
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
And so I think that's so cool how you guys brought the athlete mentality to your business. Cause I think that really gets people amped up and hyped when it comes to taking care of themselves. It's not just about a linear approach. It needs to be able to have some fluidity and you're not just training your body, but one thing that I saw exactly. So tell us a little bit about that. I saw something about mental fitness on the website, which I loved that.
Yeah. So Brandon and myself, Brandon and I are big proponents on mental health. We think it's extremely important to take care of yourself in order to be completely well. And so there's a day, it's Wednesday, where it's pretty much like you're not able to train. It's a recovery day. And that's the day when you come in and you take care of like your health needs, whether that is IV therapy or meditation. And I mean, we have yoga as well. I'm not quite sure if that's considered training or not, but so there's different aspects that are being brought into it to kind of take care of like the mental aspect of training and training your brain and training as part of your regimen. So being able to take a day of recovery.
That's nice. Now, are you guys able to be open right now? Is it you're fully open?
Yeah, we're fully open. I mean, we have restrictions and we have, I wouldn't say we have we're probably the strictest, but we do have some pretty clear-cut guidelines for, and then the cleaning and the everything. So, I mean, we're doing the best that we can given the circumstances. Everybody has to wear a mask. I mean, that's just what it is. And we provide them if people don't have them. And You know, we have a staff that cleans every like 30 minutes around the clock. So it just, we're doing pretty much just doing the best that we can, just like everybody else in the industry. We want to be a step ahead and try and, you know, prevent anybody from having any difficulties with COVID. But the reality is, I mean, you can get it in your car, you know, off your steering wheel.
Which makes it very
so
frustrating.
Like,
yeah, which makes it very frustrating for us here because all of our gyms are closed.
yeah.
So it's you know, it's enough already.
Yeah.
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 So from the time that the idea for House of Athletes came to be, to it being opened, how long did that take you guys?
Wow. Well, it started off as Fitspeed.
Okay.
And that was, I'm going to be wrong because again, I have the worst memory ever. I need to take some of the mental fitness supplements that we have available so I can remember some things. But I want to say 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it has been kind of reinvented and revamped. It started as one thing, it's morphed into something else, and now it's a beast in and of itself. It is something that like we finally were able to kind of hone in, narrow it down, figure out like who are our customers, who do we want our customer to be, and what does the modern day athlete look like. And it took some time getting there, but we have it, and I feel like where athleticism was, where supplements were, where apparel was, all of these, where mental health was 10 years ago, is nowhere close to what we are trying to show as the modern day athlete today and what that looks like. You're not going to see people in there like crushing weights and everything. You may see Brandon in there doing it, but you may also see him sitting down and meditating. You know, and 10 years ago, somebody sitting in a gym meditating, you'd be like,
what are they doing?
All right, I'm not with that frou-frou stuff, you know. But here today, in this day and age, and what we want to be top of mind for people and what we want people to understand is that you cannot be a complete, I guess I want to say a complete athlete or completely healthy without taking care of the 5 pillars that we believe in with House of Athletes. Five pillars. It's like, oh my gosh.
We're really testing that memory today.
Yeah, you really are. So 5 pillars being tribe, and that is kind of like who you surround yourself with. This is not in order, and if my husband is watching, he's going to kill me. But mental fitness tribe, which I was going to say is kind of like who you have around you, you know. And we have a tribe day on Saturday, and it's everybody who's a member, and we get out there, and it's like a class, but for everybody. It's not just for 6 people or 12 people. COVID restrictions are a little off, but and where we work together as a team. Sometimes we compete against each other and split down the middle, but at the end of the day, we all come together. And so it's like a tribe mentality. Like, this is how we win. We win together. So there's that, mental fitness, recovery, and then how you train, and fuel, and what you put in your body.
Love it.
I did.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
That's okay. We're not stuff.
Where's my script? Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That's awesome.
And tell us, you know, when I was doing my little research and looking around, I noticed that you also are giving back. And you are giving back to frontline workers, which, you know, is touching my heart because as a physician. Can you tell us about Project 100 and what that's all about?
Yeah, well, sorry to correct you, but it was Project 375.
Right. So wasn't it renamed Project 100?
Well, you're talking about fueling the front lines?
Right. I thought it was Project 375, and then it was renamed to 100.
Yes. So fueling the front lines and Project 100. So that was us going out to different venues, different hospitals, different frontline workers that were literally on the front lines of the COVID pandemic, and giving them, like Brandon donated recovery boots. And for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's compression boots. They're standing on their feet 12, 16 hours a day. God knows how long they're standing on their feet, and they're taking care of, you know, our families and the people that we love, and who is taking care of them. And so he was like, they need to be well. They can't take care of anybody else unless they're taking care of themselves. And so they set up recovery rooms inside specific hospitals and donated recovery boots to some of the staff members. We would go out sometimes on the weekends and like every weekend for a different hospital, and provide them with acai bowls, smoothies, quinoa bowls, protein, things that could help them fuel and make it to the next patient, the next hour, the next day, the next phone call. So that was something that he is extremely passionate about, and I was lucky to be a part of, because I had a new baby, so I wasn't really getting out very much, but I was able to be a part of that too, and it actually was extraordinary to see and to be a part of.
Yeah, I love seeing all the efforts that like different communities are going to like really support the people on the front lines, and like you said, take care of the people that are taking care of us, you know? Seriously,
you know, we can't do enough, you know, it's because it's police officers, it's fire, it's paramedics, it's teachers, it's, you know, I mean, janitors, for God's sakes, you know, it's everybody, like who's sanitizing,
workers, for sure.
Who's sanitizing everything, you know, it's literally everybody. And you can't help everyone, but God, if we could, we would, you know. It's so, you know, it's just trying to do your part, trying to do just a portion of something, you know, to help someone somewhere.
Yeah, I love the tribe aspect too that you guys mentioned, and I think that's so important. I'm a member of F45 out here, obviously not going right now, but what I loved about it was the community aspect. You know, I think that's what people are really looking for and kind of wanting more nowadays, because everyone's been so isolated.
Yeah. When COVID was going on, when it was kind of running rampant here, Brandon, and I mean, I keep highlighting these brilliant ideas because I mean, they are in fact kind of brilliant. He set up workout stations outside in the parking lot. So if you can imagine parking space distance, possibly like one parking space distance from another, and there was these huge racks with weights, or squat bars, bench press, and people were working out in their cubicles outside with their masks on. They were responsible for sanitizing their stations, and they would like rotate out and the next group would come in. They would go out to the park and have tribe classes where it is like a field, literally, and people are well over 6 feet apart, and they're working out in a safe, you know, environment outdoors. So he made an effort to kind of allow people to do what they needed to do to be well. Because some people they cannot function without working out. You just can't, without training.
I like that.
You know, it's like during COVID, you see people like lifting water bottles and stuff. Give me something to do.
5-gallon jug.
Yeah. And I couldn't even imagine that. I mean, I couldn't even imagine the individuals in like New York, or, you know, in a smaller apartment that may not have, you know, an area where they can go outside and do some of the things that people can. I mean,
well, even here, I mean, unfortunately, then they had like, you have to stay at home and you can't go out, and you have stay-at-home restrictions, and now you're like even more boxed in, and you know, really, it has taken a toll on a lot of people. I mean, you know, it's affected a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
So the apparel that you're wearing and the design element of House of Athlete, you are like, anytime you see Michi, she is dressed, she is put together, fashionista in the house.
That's what you see on Instagram. What you see in real life is a little different.
tell us about your role in the design element of the facility and the apparel as well.
Yeah. Well, for the facility, work-wife balance is unique because I wasn't really attempting. I really didn't want to go out and do this. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids. And for me, my husband's like, no, this is what you're extremely good at. And so I need you to do it. And it was during COVID. And I was like, no. And he's like, no, I'm not 100% asking you. I'm kind of like telling you. And so he put me on a call and was like, oh yeah, she's doing it. And I was like, okay, yes. And so then he put me out there and I started doing it. And I've done, our homes and things like that. Our wedding, different things where design comes into play. So the vision that I had for House of Athlete was to bring something to Weston, Florida. And for people who don't know, it's literally outside of my home is like a cow pasture with cows. Okay, so it's not like glitz and glam. It's not, I'm not, nobody's walking around in like stilettos. Like it's like flip flops and, yoga wear, right? Which is of typical America. But what I wanted to do was bring what Western Florida was missing. And what I felt they were missing was kind of like that concrete jungle, that New York vibe, that cool factor in a location that doesn't otherwise have that. I mean, the coolest thing that would happen is literally a hurricane would come and a cow would get out and like walk across the street. Right. So, so the way that I designed it was as if it was Soho House or an Equinox or something like that, that feel, that vibe that you get being in a big city, a place that you can step outside of yourself, and it's not your comfort zone, but it's where you're comfortable. And so that was kind of like the idea behind the design behind Western Florida is the concrete jungle. And we designed it as such. And I wanted to incorporate a lot of concrete, wood, a lot of wood inside, and a very stark contrast. So it was black and white, and some linear lighting and things that you typically don't see in this location. So that was kind of the idea behind the interior. And Brandon had, his ideas for that too, stadium seating and different things that he wanted to do. We have an altitude chamber in there where people can train on treadmills or free weights and be in like the altitude of, the Rocky Mountains or something. And so there's all these cool elements that I would have never thought to put in there had, because I'm not the professional athlete. And so we kind of like bridged that together and out comes House of Athlete.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Thanks.
So do you work out with makeup on?
Sorry?
I said, do you work out with makeup on?
No, I literally wear makeup maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks. Which this is a telltale sign, but most of my pictures that I post are like weeks old because I don't really go out like that. Or, it could be a meeting or something that I did, and I just have pictures because I don't post every day. I post very rarely. And so it's kind of like I get like a feeling and I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like being cute today and I'll post something. But it's not how I look in the moment.
Right. I just thought we had Siggy Bennett in the house. We had her on, when was that?
It was
a couple months ago.
More than that.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that fried chicken.
Yeah. She was one of our favorites. So, so let's talk a little bit about fashion. I know we talked a little bit about the aesthetics of athletes and things like that. And you can see a ton of your awesome looks that you put together. What is it that you look for? How would you sort of describe your aesthetics for your fashion and things like that?
For me personally, well, there's 2 things. So there's me personally and there's a clothing line for House of Athlete. Me personally, I am a jack of many trades. I wear many hats and I dress how I feel. it's the mood that I'm in for the day. You may see me with a diamond in my tooth, like today.
Yeah.
You may see me with, you know, a lip ring or pink hair or blue hair or polka dots, you know, or all latex. It's my mood. It's how I express myself. It's something that makes me feel good from the outside in. But it's for me, it's literally like the world is my runway. Like I wear what I want because that's what I want to wear. And I don't necessarily think about how other people view what I'm wearing or what they think is cool or what they think is nice or good. I mix high end with low end, low end with low end, high end with high end. I wear men's clothes. I wear men's shoes all the time. I dress for my body type. You don't see my midsection or my butt or, you know, that's just not who I am as a person. So I dress for my personality and what makes me comfortable.
And did you design the clothes for House of Athlete?
I did. So we have the apparel line, which I wanted to center it around inclusivity. And for me, that's extremely huge because when you think of beauty, a lot of times, I don't think people realize, like, the people who I view as beautiful, like some of the most beautiful women on this planet, they don't look like me. They're very, very different than me. Darker skin complexion, lighter skin complexion, blonde hair, blue eyes, shorter, taller, thicker. And I think that America has kind of done a disservice to like what beauty is, what's the definition of beauty. And so for me, doing an apparel line, I wanted to not only make clothing that looks good on all different body types, but all different skin complexions. And I want it to make people feel good from the inside out and also the outside in. So we focus a lot on the details of like the finishings, the fabric. It's extremely high quality material. Our factories are in Portugal, and you know they are, they are ethical factories. We try and do things that are sustainable. And truth be told, I don't want to design clothing for the typical model that you would see in a clothing line or a clothing ad. I want to design clothing for real people and real bodies and athletic bodies, and my husband, so he doesn't have high water pants on, you know,
Right.
because he's 6'5", you know, or, you know, different, you know, or muscular or whatever the situation is. And so I wanted to kind of meet people where they're at and not make people feel like they had to change to be beautiful, or change or be smaller or be larger, or have, you know, different assets to fit the clothing. I want to make clothing that works for many, many different body types. And I'm not gonna hit them all. You know, their mark will be missed. But the intention is pure, and the intention is to try my very best to make things gender neutral, to not isolate any one size, to not isolate anybody's size in terms of like what's healthy, because healthy looks very different. You know, not all bodybuilders are healthy, not all frail or thin people are unhealthy. You know, it could be genetics, it could be a host of other things. But so that's I'm out to change the world.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece? Like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna go online, I'm gonna pick something out. Are you like, okay, this is my go-to?
Yeah. Okay. Does it have to be one?
No.
Okay. So on the website, our website is being revamped right now because we had to do like a whole new photo shoot. I have new pieces coming in from the collection. So initially we didn't have it during COVID. It was very difficult to get some of the production pieces in time to have an adequate photo shoot. So Long story short, the new website is going to be dropping within the next week or so. And in that, the copy for a different, or, you know, if anybody doesn't know, copy, the words at the bottom, this description of the clothing, says like Michi's must-haves. And those are the things that I would not allow to not be in the line. Like, if you tell me we have a budget of this much, everything else is gonna go and those are gonna stay. And that would be the one-piece power span jumpsuit, which I throw on under anything. I throw it on under a jean jacket. I throw it on with a tulle skirt. I throw it on with a sweatsuit or a sweatshirt. I mean, that's like, I could put heels on, tennis shoes, you name it. So there's that. Along with that, there is it's like a tech fleece, quarter zip, oversized tunic. And that is, I mean, it's matte black. It has matte black the logo on the front, and the sheen on it, the feel, like it doesn't pill, it doesn't get lint on it. It's just like, it's just super chic. No matter what you have on, like that can make something look very chic. As well as, let's see what else. Oh,
have you had to adjust any of
my tie-dye socks?
Because Florida can be warm. Have you had to pick something, like pick a fabric that's thinner so you can wear it all year long in Florida?
No, not really. I mean, I'm a hoodie type chick. I wear hoodies and sweatshirts. It can be 90 degrees outside and I'm still gonna be in a sweatsuit. But we have like some some nylons that are coming in and different things that work for different purposes. But people travel and people go different places. Like, you know, there's snowbirds and there's people who, you know, live in New York and Florida and like to go skiing and, you know, who don't want to be in the heat all the time. So I just design what I like and what I think people would appreciate. And if it doesn't work for them, then there's something else that could work for them. You know, like we have a thong power span bodysuit with biker shorts, which is actually what I have on right now. So instead of it being like the legs and the full one piece, it's a separates and it's shorts, you know? So there's different things like that that I kind of tweak. But overall, it's kind of like style is king.
Right.
That's a queen. Style is queen.
Style is queen.
So these are my ultimate.
Oh, cute.
My tie-dye socks, which I absolutely love. And each pair fits within the collection. So it's kind of like it matches and it just goes and you can be super comfy with them and throw on some slides, which I have on now, or kind of like dress them up a little bit with some nice, you know, tennis shoes or whatnot. But those are also a favorite of mine. I'm the sock queen.
Have you ever had a stylist?
No.
No, you are the stylist. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And do you ever see this kind of going maybe somewhere where you have, you know, it is your own collection because it is House of Athlete, but do you ever see it expanding?
Yes. So part of the, it's like I want to conquer the world, but part of kind of like my vision behind the House of Athlete apparel line is it's like 3-tiered. I'm a mom, I work out, I go out with my friends, I'm a tomboy, I'm sexy, I box, you know, I there's all these things that I do. And if I can't go into one store and meet every aspect of my life and every hat that I wear, then I go somewhere else for whatever else there is. So I created the line to kind of be all-encompassing in that way as well. We have a performance collection for when I do train, when I want to do yoga, or when I want to box, or when I want to be on a treadmill or do 1,000 push-ups or whatever the scenario is. Run a marathon, right? Which I never have, but if I did, I had the outfit for it in House of Athlete. But so there's the performance line, there's casual line. So for me, I like to work out in sweatshirts because if I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get the most bang for my buck, and I like to sweat. So I'll work out in a sweatshirt, But I also will wear kind of like a tunic or something leaving the gym because I'm not going to wear the same sweaty sweatshirt that I had on. And I will wear a sweatshirt out with my friends in sweat shorts, or something that is a little bit more casual, maybe some joggers. So that's the casual line. So I have a performance line and a casual line. But I also have a work life line, which hasn't launched yet. And those are the pieces that if I was going from the office to the gym and I didn't want to have an entire duffel bag of my armor that I had to carry, you're 1 or 2 pieces removed from actually being able to work out. So if that's a blazer over a sports bra, that's fairly sexy in its cutouts and its body mapping. And then you take off that blazer and those leggings that look like you could go out to the club in them, and then you throw on some tennis shoes and a t-shirt and you're ready to work out. So I want to be able to be versatile and within my wardrobe. And so that's part of the kind of like Michi line. And I've taken it a step further. There is Nogami, which is my maiden name, for House of Athlete. And that kind of is the avant-garde pieces that nobody would ever wear to the gym, you know? And those like staple wow factor pieces, it's not very many right now, the pieces that kind of could completely redefine a wardrobe or completely change a look. And the things that they may be something that people are like, what? I don't even know where she was going with this. But those are the things that I would wear and the things that excite me. And so I'm going to design them.
Love it.
And where do you have those for sale? Is that also on your website?
Sorry?
The line that's your last name, that's on your website too?
No, it's not on the website yet. So I'm currently in spring, summer 21 right now, which the fall, winter has been kind of trickling in. But spring, summer is going to be dropping in like March, and then working on the work life line for fall, winter 2021. And that will be sometime around, I want to say December. And so then that will be out of production, and hopefully there'll be a few pieces then.
Amazing. I love that. You know, for me, like, I don't know if it was COVID or what, but like I noticed like I was wearing a lot more of like you mentioned the blazers with like the spandex shorts and like, you know, a pair of Air Force Ones, or, you know, doing a blazer with like a sports bra, things like that. I love how sort of this athleisure with like more formal pieces have kind of like come together, because it's just so comfortable and you can just take it everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's other brands that...
You were wearing a bunch of slutty dresses. There's no swimming pool. You're not wearing any
Oh, that's funny. I mean, but I feel like there's other brands that have attempted to do it, but I feel like they haven't like committed.
Right.
You know, fully committed. It's like, oh, but that's, it's like, wait, but that still looks like a sweatsuit, you know?
Right.
And I intend to fully commit. It's like, no, it's going to be, you wear silk or satin or, you know, tulle, leather. Okay, you could do that.
Yeah. I love that. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, me too.
So let's talk about beauty.
Yes, let's.
What is your beauty philosophy? What's your beauty routine like? Share with us what you're doing these days.
Well, I will say COVID has been kind of funky. And sorry, I love you. COVID was kind of funky. And so like, as far as routine goes, it kind of like threw everything out of whack. You had more time to do things, but less time to do things because you had more to do. So my beauty routine is very simple. And again, I don't wear a lot of makeup often, so I don't, people ask a lot of questions about like, oh, what do your skincare? I do my very best to take care of my skin. And the products, can I do a plug? The products that you sent me, I'm so excited because it's so simple. And I say, okay, so the premium growth factor cream, and then the filler in a bottle. I'm beyond excited to try the filler in a bottle because
Amazing.
I know you told me. I'm so excited.
Your skin will feel like
Oh,
silk.
it's gonna be you're gonna. I can't wait for like the first like message that I get from you after you've been using it for some time.
Even one
It's
day.
addictive.
Even one day,
Like,
you
oh my
feel it
God,
instantly. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. But like that's it. Like I need simplicity. Like I don't want 14 steps.
Right.
I don't have the time, the energy, or the patience for it. So for me, it's lots of water. I don't sleep much. Okay, I'm a night owl and a mom, so that those two don't coexist very well when it comes to rest. You know, but it's really just lots of water, and then kind of like watching what you put into your body. You know, I mean, it's everything has its consequences. You know,
Right.
So I like to drink, but I don't really drink that much, you know, and I like wearing makeup, but I don't wear makeup all the time. I get a facial once a month. You know, I do some of the things that make it easier on my skincare regimen, so I don't have to kind of like fight every day. I mean, it's very simple, but like making sure your face is clean at night before you go to bed. Like I just did a podcast last night, I Am Woman, which is not a spinoff, but it's I don't know what it's called. It's like I don't know. It's an episode of I Am Athlete.
Okay.
And so we got full faces of makeup on, and we're talking, and some of the people are like, I didn't take my makeup off. It was like, I just didn't do it. I'm like, how can you go to bed
Right.
with makeup on your face, you know? So, I mean, some of the simpler things, you know?
Right.
And let's see, what else? More specifically, I don't know.
So just so people know that the two products that we sent you, if they want to get it, there is a 15% off on YovinoMDskincare.com. So they can go online and get the 15% off.
Michi 15 is the code.
Michi 15. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. That's my husband's number too.
Yeah.
Was that intentional? Yeah. Sorry.
I said he was 15.
Yeah, he's 15. That's his number. So
we knew that. That's why you put it.
That's why we did that.
That's why I was like, please tell me that was intentional. Because I was just like, that's very serendipitous. I'm like, that's kind of okay. That's amazing. Cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Michi
so
15.
Be sure to get your YovinoMD skincare products. You're gonna love them. I know that.
The filler in a bottle is hyaluronic acid. It will rehydrate your skin.
I love that.
It's pure hyaluronic acid, 4 different kinds.
I love that.
Yeah, take her through how she should use it and everything.
Please.
Well, you're obviously going to wash your face, pat it dry. Your filler in a bottle will replace your normal moisturizer because this is going to re-moisturize your skin 1,000 times more than just regular moisturizer.
You will not look at moisturizers for your face the same ever again.
And so it also has a very silky, like, feel to it. Your skin will feel like just so soft and super silky. You'll love it. The second one, which is the growth factor repairs any DNA damage that you get throughout the day, whether it's from the sun outdoors or it's from, the blue light from your computer screen or your phone.
Yeah.
It repairs it. And in the process of repairing it, it will also stimulate your collagen and elastin to produce new collagen and elastin.
Need that. I need that. That's for, I don't want any dark circles. Boost all the collagen up.
We have Dr. Justin in the house.
Hi, Dr. Justin.
I missed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that you and your husband were working together with House of Athlete. How has that been? Because these two work together every day.
Well, you know what I'll say? I will say this to that. Watch I Am Athlete, the podcast, because we talk about that. And most recently, the episode I did last night, we the ladies spilled some serious tea about our significant others and how that sometimes works perfectly. And
I feel like these two have mastered it.
He loves working with me.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I get enough. I'm done. I tap out.
He told me to act up on firing him. I'll get a new surgeon for the practice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great. So I do have like quick questions. So
Let's hear
which
it.
one would I use? Would I use them at the same time? Would I use one first over the other one? Morning, night?
So you can use them both at the same time if you want. It will just rehydrate you that much more. The growth factor is also very hydrating. So the growth factor you can use 1 or 2 times a day. If you want, just use the growth factor at night, and you can use the filler in a bottle during the day. You know,
you guys are going to be seeing my fresh face, and I'm going to be sending it to you.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I love this because I don't wear makeup.
Yeah, I use the growth factor as soon as I get out of the shower and I wash my face. I use the growth factor as the first thing I put on my skin.
Nice.
Tell me about it being
But I love
medical
it.
grade.
Oh yeah. So the products are medical grade, which means that the concentration of the ingredients is a lot higher than anything that you can buy at the store. And it's clinically proven to give you results. Free of parabens, sulfates, formaldehyde, cruelty-free, free of fragrance and gluten.
It sounds absolutely perfect.
So
It is.
It literally does.
Yeah.
Like it's all the things that you wouldn't want to put on your face or in your skin, put inside your body, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm extremely excited about this. And collagen booster, yes, sign me up. Repairing the damages of the day, yeah, I need that. And I'm going to, can I use my own code?
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm going to need to stock up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stock up.
We have a full line of everything that you could ever want for any skin ailment.
Mm-hmm.
And we have packages too for people, like say somebody has rosacea or say somebody has melasma. We have packages that are specifically designed for those people too.
Mm-hmm.
And we've like an amazing cleanser, amazing toner.
Yeah.
You know, we have really good, they're really, really good quality products that are clinically proven to give you results.
What would you recommend? Because this whole mask wearing situation has this, everything is like drying people out. I mean, people are breaking out. There's like all types of, my lips are being chapped. Like it's just.
Well, the filler in a bottle will rehydrate
everywhere.
It will rehydrate your skin very, very well. So that's your rehydration. Breaking out, we have like acne pads and acne serums.
Yeah.
That you can spot treat that are very effective, that are a higher concentration than anything you can buy in the store.
I'm gonna need send me the information for that because I get like 1 or 2 and I'm like, I don't understand what to do with this.
Right.
You know, it's like I'm not gonna go get a facial for 1 pimple on my face, but I need it to go away.
Well, and be careful with facials because sometimes it can make your skin like acutely worse, you know?
Yeah.
I do not do well with facials. My skin does not respond well with facials.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I have a scar after a facial. I won't do them anymore. I haven't done a facial in years. Because if you use really good quality products or products that even increase your cell turnover, like, oh, wait, hold on.
We're back.
Yeah. My phone's like, my phone on. So my husband's gonna go get my plug, but yeah, retinols that increase your cell turnover. Then why do you need a facial? You're constantly sloughing off your dead skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And one thing I love that we're doing, we talk a lot about prejuvenation, and it's for, you know, women who we want to, instead of like
the younger patient,
you know, we don't want to constantly be turning back the clock. We want to get ahead of the game and prejuvenate our skin and age gracefully. So there's lots of great prejuvenation products on there, kits, things like that. Like she said, we have something for everyone.
Really slow down the aging process significantly, you know, instead of like, oh my God, I have all this damage. Let me try to fix it and repair it, you know? And
that's amazing because you'd rather be preventative, preventative rather than like reactive. Because at that point, you can't change. There's nothing that you can do, you know.
Right.
Or I mean, there is, but there's very little
you know.
that you can, you know. Is there anything for like scar treatments, or like I guess it's, I don't know if it's hypo or hyper, where darker skin, where it gets darker. It's hyper, right?
Yes, hyper. We have a pigment correcting serum. And then also, it's not on our website. It would have to be like, you have to call up and get it through us. but there's hydroquinone pads. So lightning pads that we sell, but it's customizable. I can make it any percentage, 2% to 10% to 12%.
So is that on like new scars or like old scars and like
it's for yes, for hyperpigmentation. But if you have any raised scar or keloid scar, then we have not part of our line, but we have silicone creams for that. Really that will help flatten that. Silicone will diminish the fibroblast and production and flatten out scars. So we have creams for that as well.
Oh my God.
All of our surgery patients really, really like it because it works so well on whether it's like, even if it's like a big scar or just like a mole removal scar, something tiny, the silicone seems to really get the job done.
My regimen went from your 2 bottles just now to like 10 things because I'm like, okay, what now? I'm gonna need a full list. Like I almost want to show you and be like, what do you do about this? Because I got blisters.
From what?
From I have no idea. I think I was like overheating and I don't know what. Just honestly, it's like ridiculous. And so, but then now I have like hyperpigmentation. Sorry, can I do this?
Yeah.
Can you see? Can you see that? So there's like, sorry, there's like, it's like dark spots right there. From where I'm showing my boobs. IG Live, yeah, great.
Oh, guys are like,
but you know, but I never had any marks or anything. And then there's like, I have like a big long one under, like where my bra strap was like digging into my side. And so I have all these like marks now, and I don't quite know why or when or
time to change that bra.
Yeah, but it was I don't know if it was chafing. I don't know what it was, but and I tend to discolor when I have any sort of trouble. It could be a mosquito bite, and then I have like spots or something for some reason. So like I'm constantly trying to find something that is normal that I can use regularly.
The more melanin you have in your skin, the more apt you are to hyperpigment. I hyperpigment a lot too. And living in Florida, I was getting bit by mosquitoes left and right. I mean, if there was one mosquito in the house, it'd find me and bite me.
That's me, literally.
Blood, because I was always bit and I would hate it. And so you want to make sure you can use, especially on a bite initially, put on some hydrocortisone to decrease the inflammation so you're less apt to scratching it. You do your best not to scratch it because scratching it will make it hyperpigment more.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And then, so that's to prevent that. Then once you get the hyperpigmentation, you can then put on cream that will help reduce it, but you must cover it with also a sunblock. You know, are you sunblocking yourself? Are you sunblocking here? I know that Florida sun. Yeah. Those marks are going to stay for a while.
I wear sweatshirts all the time. I don't need sunblock. Sunblock, what? I don't need.
Love it.
Yeah, I need to do better. I must do better. I have you guys to thank for that. I am now gonna actually take my healthcare, but my beauty regimen a little bit more seriously because I need to. I've wanted to. It's kind of like part of I'm 36 years old, and so, which is not old at all, but I kind of like, okay, I need to wear sunblock, some of this, like I'm out playing tennis or, whatever. And so there's things that I need to do for myself, for my self-care, that I haven't been doing because I've been focusing on, being, a professional and a mom and all these things. And I need to take the time to do the things that I need to do
for you.
This.
Yep. I love this. This Siggy B.
Yeah.
So, well, we're here to help you with all of that. So we got you.
Okay.
We got you. So we're going to wrap up with some fun rapid fire questions. Okay.
You want me to ask me questions directly if you want to,
Yeah. We could also do a virtual consultation if that's something that you're interested in.
Or just DM me.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm down for it all.
Here we go.
So first question, beach or mountains?
Sorry, beach or mountain? Oh, mountains.
Yeah. Red or nude lip?
Red.
I think I know the answer to this. Heels or sneakers?
That's a 50-50 split. I mean, it really is. I'm like a sneakerhead.
Okay.
Nobody would know, but I'm
Yeah.
like a legit, like I have a full closet of, okay.
Love it. Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Favorite meal?
Sushi.
Favorite designer?
Me. No.
You can do that. It's a legit answer.
Yeah.
Favorite handbag?
Oh, right now? Gosh. I would say my matte black Dior satchel.
Okay. Functional as well.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
Yeah.
Gotta have that. Favorite vacation destination?
Koh Samui, Thailand.
Oh, I knew you were gonna come up with something great.
Is your background Thai? Like, where's your last name? What's that?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Are you 50-50?
25. 25, 75.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did we say vacation destination?
Yes.
Your current TV show.
Right now, Your Honor. Oh, it's so good.
I've heard
It's
good
so
things.
good.
Who's in that?
Brian Cranston, I think his name is.
Ooh, I love him.
Yeah. I don't know actors like that, but I'm infatuated with it.
Okay, good to know. What is your ideal date night?
Ideal date night. I would say probably a movie, dinner and a movie, and I like staycations.
Mm-hmm.
So like a dinner, a movie, and like a night in a hotel room.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not there. You know?
Sneakers, sushi, and sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Well, that's all our rapid fire questions.
That was
You just
fun.
have to promise us the next time you come out to LA, you make a stop in Beverly Hills at Ideal Face and Body, and you come see us.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. You have my absolute word. I cannot wait.
We can't wait. So everyone watching, don't forget 15% off with the code Michi15. And we will be checking out House of Athlete too. I want to get some of your apparel.
And
Yes,
let us know
please.
when the new line hits.
Absolutely, I will. You guys, this was so much fun. This is my first time doing it, and all my jitters are out now, and it was
Good.
I'm glad. This was great.
You were
You're
great.
awesome, yeah.
Superstar for sure.
Aw.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah,
Stay safe, okay?
Thank you so much for having me, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.